What up guys, this is Kelvin and welcome back to my channel where we discuss financial wellness, mindset therapy, and real estate. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing how you can get access of up to $450,000 in small business funding, even if you have bad credit. You don't want to miss this one, so stay tuned. This channel is all about giving you the most fluff-free, straight-to-the-point content, no matter the subject. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to make sure you do not miss any more of this content that I'm about to start pumping out here going into the new year of 2022. To start this one off, I want to be very clear about something. I'm not about to sit up here and act as though it's going to be easy to get small business funding or any type of business loan or line of credit.
I'm listening.
If you're looking for me to lie to you, this isn't the content you're looking for, and this is not the channel for you. However, if you want me to keep it real with you guys and really show you how to get approved for business loans and also talk about different types of business funding platforms, then you're in the right place. On my channel, it is my goal to explore these options with you and to present many different business funding opportunities that you may or may not be well aware of. There are many different funding platforms and programs out there, including my own, Greenscale Credit, also known as GSC Funding. Over the past year in 2021, I've had the pleasure to work with and speak with hundreds of small business owners and entrepreneurs who all share the same goal in mind, which is getting funding for their small business. From my experience of working with small business lenders that are actively out here giving out cash and lines of credit to entrepreneurs like you and me, they are really about 5 different total factors that they will use, or as some would say, data points that matter most when lenders are deciding to either lend or not to lend to your corporation. The first I would say is age of business, right? How long your business has been established. The second I would say is cash flow, which is how much cash your business account is seeing on a monthly basis. Third will be personal credit. Yes, your personal credit is a major factor. Fourth would be business credit, right? Which is what most of my videos are all about, right? Teaching you guys how to build and establish business credit. And fifth, I would definitely say is your industry. What industry your business is in, because yes, there are certain industries that will flat out get denied for funding, and then others are going to be considered preferred and unpreferred industries. Now, when it comes to funding, no matter personal or business funding, there's really 2 different categories out there. You're either going to get secured or unsecured funding. Secured funding requires assets, collateral, and most importantly, an established business credit in order to get those types of deals. Then you have unsecured funding that does not require any collateral or assets and is mostly based on your performance, right? The performance of your business. Then you have unsecured funding that does not require collateral and is also based more so on your business's performance and the applicant's credit worthiness. Since most of my viewers already have a business but are in the early stages of building and establishing business credit, I do want to focus on an unsecured business funding program that does grant you guys access to business loans even if you have bad personal credit or no established business credit. Through GSC Funding's awesome partnerships with industry leaders, I want to talk about 2 different funding programs specifically today. One being short-term financing and also long-term financing. Our short-term business loans range from $5,000 all the way up to $450,000. The terms for this short-term business financing ranges anywhere from 12 to 24 months. And there's an awesome interest only option where for the first 6 months, you can make only interest payments. If your loan is not paid off through that optional 6-month interest only period, your loan will automatically roll over into a 52 or 78 week amortization schedule. So that's either 1 to 1.5 years that it will automatically roll over if you so choose to do the 6-month interest only option. Now let's talk about the requirements for this short-term financing. The minimum credit score requirement for this funding will be a 551 on Equifax. All right. We will check to see if your Equifax scores are at least 551 or higher. If so, you meet the first requirement. The second requirement is that you've been in business for at least 30 days for preferred industries and a minimum of 2 years for non-preferred industries. Now, if you want to pause right here so that you can take a screenshot or just kind of browse and see where your business falls into line. Again, preferred is 30 days minimum. Non-preferred, or pretty much all other industries, we will need you to be in business for at least 2 years. Your third requirement is the positive cash flow. We're going to check your business checking statements to see whether or not you have at least $17,000 total in your deposits. Okay, this is business revenue, meaning the sum of your monthly deposits to your business checking account should be at least $17,000. Now here's a little nugget for you. If you're kind of on that fence, if you have more than $10,000, or if you know you have access to cash reserves on the personal side, then yes, you should start transferring cash from personal to your business checking account to pad that account. All right. You do want to make sure when you're going for unsecured funding that you have positive cash flow. So it is completely fine to start distributing or start depositing cash from other sources into your business checking account. Now, this short-term funding product is really great for working capital. I would say lines of credit, bridge loans, flex pay loans, and also startup funding. Now, these are just 5 great examples of how you can use this short-term funding platform. Now let's talk about your long-term funding options. If you're interested in long-term funding, we have a funding platform where you can get up to $5 million. I've talked about this particular funding platform before in a previous video. Last but not least, the best part, in my opinion, about this funding, they have a very simple application process. There is no minimum FICO score for approval, and under the right circumstances, you can literally get funded the same day. The terms for this specific program goes all the way up to 10 years. It's always great whenever you can get up to 10 years for business funding. So let's go into the details of the requirements. With this funding, again, you don't have to have great personal credit. The minimum score, the minimum FICO score that we're going to be looking for is a 600 or higher. Then no matter the industry, you must be in business for at least 3 months. Lastly, we are going to be looking for $15,000 in monthly deposits, cash flow, positive cash flow, okay? Now, it is also worth mentioning that we do have asset-based loan programs, all right, where you can get funding based off of your assets instead of your actual cash flow. Now, in reference to this long-term funding platform, 4 great examples that you can use this money for will be real estate investing, equipment financing, franchise financing, and also merchant cash advances. To recap, if you own a small business with positive cash flow, but you lack a strong business credit profile, skin in the game, or great FICO scores to leverage your way in, I would absolutely say that this is a great funding platform for you that you should take advantage of. Now, if you're interested in either of these short-term or long-term small business funding options, I will definitely post the link for both in the description below. There's a very quick and simple process for us to determine whether or not you do meet those preferred requirements, and it does not require a hard pull. A quick 5-minute survey will get you to the point where we can decide whether or not you are a great candidate that we can get funded. Now, if you made it to the end of this video and you do not have the cash flow that I've mentioned and discussed in this video to get into these unsecured funding options, but you have great personal credit or you've established a very strong business credit platform, I would recommend you check out your local credit unions, as they will most likely provide you with the best opportunity for secured business funding. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video or if you found anything even remotely helpful, be sure to show me some love with a thumbs up or subscribe if you aren't already a part of the family. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time of the day it is. Thanks for watching.